So, but the thing is, for instance, if you did something wrong, Nate, I went to your attorney and I said, give me all the records that you have.
Completely.
Your attorney would say, go suck.
Other
hose.
Right. I agree.
And that's what's happening in this case, but not in this case because the attorney general is saying, no, you're in violation because you have to give it to him because of the Open Records Act. Now, I'm not familiar with...
No, that's what I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay.
The Attorney General is saying you're in violation because Kentucky law says if there's an appeal to me, the Attorney General, you must give me the records so I can decide whether they are part of whether they're public records. That's what they're violating. Is that they won't give it to the government for the government to decide whether they're right or not.
Be released. All right,
that's the part I don't like, and that's what they're saying.
But the article is saying that Kim Davis violated state law. She didn't violate state law. It's the group that.
Well, I don't know. No, they probably requested it from her too.
Oh, I don't know. If she's smart, she'd say, "Talk to my attorney."
Yeah. Also, this is
it's not Kim Davis.
Anyways, a news article.
Yeah, I don't want to.
So. It's probably none of it's
right.
Spend any
more time on this, but it seems
I'm
like
going to take a break. I don't know what you're doing.
Something's weird going on.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah, let's do a trivia question. This is a good question. All right, you know how states have mottos? Live free and die. You know, the Granite
That's a good
State.
one. Ours is
Michigan is.
It's
our motto is
Wolverines.
If you seek a pleasant peninsula, look about you.
Yeah.
All right, so 2 states bill themselves as the Sunshine State. This is odd. One's obvious and one's not so obvious.
Yeah.
So 2 states say they're the Sunshine State.
Wisconsin.
What 2 states say that? You're not far off.
I know the answer, but okay. All right, we'll be right back.
All right.
Lock it in. And rip the knob off. Red State Talk Radio.
My Parents Open Carry, a pro-gun kids book from White Feather Press. 13-year-old Brenna and her parents spend their day in typical fashion. But what's not so typical is that Brenna's parents lawfully open carry handguns for self-defense. And the Strongs join a growing number of families who are standing up for their Second Amendment right and bringing gun ownership out of the closet. Order your copy of this unique kids book at myparentsopencarry.com.
It's a bumpy ride through the political jungle with Nate and Brian.
Believe me, if I started murdering people, there'd be none of you left.
What? The following message contains a special offer for listeners of this station. Are you a man over 40? Are you constantly looking for the nearest bathroom? Do you wake up multiple times a night to use the bathroom? Right now, Perfect Prostate is sending out free bottles of their groundbreaking new formula to listeners of this station. Perfect Prostate formula was developed by medical doctor Mitchell Fleischer, and its ingredients have been clinically studied to reduce your frequent nighttime bathroom visits and promote healthy urine flow. Right now, preferred customers get their first bottle of Perfect Prostate absolutely free. There's nothing to lose. Perfect Prostate is guaranteed to reduce that constant urge to use the bathroom, especially at night, and promote healthy urine flow. Don't wait. Call now for your free bottle. Just pay shipping and processing. Dial 1-800-680-9903. That's 1-800-680-9903. Supplies are limited. 1 free bottle per household. Call now. Dial 1-800-680-9903. That's 1-800-680-9903.
Whenever I'm feeling a little down under, I can always count on Nate and Brian for their interesting perspective on topics important to freedom and civil rights by listening to the At Odds Show. Nate and Brian cover important topics with insight, intelligence, and of course humor. I can always expect a laugh or two. So if you want to be informed and have a great time, give these guys a listen.
At Odds.
Are you looking for some way cool t-shirts? Check out ChugDug.com. They have hundreds of crazy fun t-shirts like gun, patriotic, and you better believe zombie shirts. At ChugDug.com, you'll find quality shirts at a quality price. All shirts start at just $10 with free shipping over $50. Mention Radio 1 coupon code at checkout and grab a cool 10% off. That's ChugDug.com. T-shirts with attitude.
The Ed Odd Show with the greatest political talk show hosts in history, Nate and Brian. And it's sad that they actually believe that. So give a listen because the delusional need love too.
I've owned my company for 14 years now, and I can tell you that payroll is a 4-letter word. I hate doing it. It eats up hours I don't have, and it costs me money I could be saving. But my accountant's too expensive. And I'm not sure who to call, but I know I need help.
We're Paychex, and we take all the hassles out of small business payroll. We save you time and money. It's easy. Call, fax, or give us your payroll information securely online, and we take care of the rest. We calculate the correct taxes, manage payments and direct deposits. We even send out your checks. Payroll doesn't need to be a 4-letter word anymore. We're so sure that we can save you time and money that we'll give you a month's payroll free. Just for calling 877-887-4991. Get 1 month's payroll for free. Call Paychex right now. 877-887-4991. That's 877-887-4991.
All right, ready? Now? Is this on? The mic's on. It's hot, Mike? All right, now. All right, here we go. All right. When I have nothing to do, and I mean absolutely nothing to do, I'll listen to the Ed Odd Show with Nate and Brian. There, how was that? Because that's all I'm going to do. No, I'm not going to say they're funny. They're not funny. I'm not going to say they're smart. They're definitely not smart. I'm done. That's all I'm going to do. Okay. Now, can I have my cookie?
Okay, so this trivia question was 2 states named themselves the Sunshine State. Your clue was one's obvious, one isn't so obvious. My joking guess was Wisconsin. You said that was close. This is a popular one. We've actually had the most guesses of any trivia question. Some of the guesses: California, Florida, Pennsylvania, Georgia, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan, Illinois. California again, Florida again, Colorado, Utah, Indiana, South Dakota, North Dakota, Missouri, Minnesota. One of the guesses.
One of the, both in that list you gave, there are 2 correct answers.
Both of them are in there.
Go ahead, Nate.
So California first is not Sunshine State. Only half of the state is really sunshiny.
No, that's the Golden State.
The Golden State. So Florida, that's the obvious one.
Correct. Yep.
And the other one.
Not so obvious.
Yeah. West of Wisconsin, which I guess.
Yeah. Right on the Canadian border.
And contains the city of, hopefully something we're going to talk about tonight, would be Minnesota.
No. It's South Dakota. South Dakota and Florida both claim the Sunshine State. I don't know how South Dakota can do that, but I guess,
Well, being right on the Canadian border.
Yeah, it would be very sunny.
Yeah, so Florida and South Dakota. That's weird. I think because they got confused because it says South
Dakota.
They thought they were like in the South.
Right.
But it's not.
It's right on the Canadian border.
Right.
All right. So on this day in history, in 1865, right? That's right after the Civil War. Mary Surratt is executed by the U.S. government for her role as a conspirator in the Abraham Lincoln assassination, right? She owned a tavern in Surrattville, named after her family, in Maryland, and had to convert her row house in Washington, D.C. into a boarding house as a result of financial difficulties. This was just a few blocks from Ford's Theater, where Lincoln was assassinated. And apparently this was a boarding house where a group of Confederate supporters met, including John Wilkes Booth. And there they conspired to assassinate the president. It was Surratt's association with Booth that ultimately led to her conviction, although sketchy evidence that she actually was involved with it, other than she may have known about it. On the day of the assassination, Booth asked Surratt to deliver a package, which was later discovered to contain firearms, to her tavern in Maryland. And one of the alleged conspirators who delivered the package with Surratt was released after he testified against her. He claimed that the government had forced him to testify. Powell, a conspirator who was hanged with Surratt, proclaimed her innocent to the executioner minutes before her death. Now, many expected President Andrew Johnson to pardon her because in the U.S., no one has ever hanged a woman before. But the execution was delayed until the afternoon. The soldiers were stationed on every block between the White House and Fort McNair. In case there was word coming from the president, none came. The floor dropped, and they were all hanged. She was the first woman executed by the U.S. government in American history. And she may or may not have been complicit.
First woman
ever, I think. First woman capital punishment.
Capital punishment. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
I mean, first person executed by the U.S. government.
Sure. Female.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So, anyways, that happened on this day in 1865.
Wow, that's upbeat and positive news.
And he was Lincoln was killed in April, so it took this long for the trials and the investigation. Not very long.
Yeah.
From conviction to murder or to execution. I slipped out murder there.
Freudian.
Okay.
So, do you want to talk about Clinton? Because
really
I
quick.
don't think it's been in the news.
Let's. This is a new.
Yeah, breaking on this show.
Yeah.
The FBI found that she actually did do everything we thought she did. She is a felon and a criminal, and she did lie. And
but there's not enough evidence.
No, there's enough evidence, but
not a reasonable doubt.
But they wouldn't. The FBI would not recommend charges. Which, by the way, everyone kind of got hung up on that whole thing, and I'm thinking, yeah, generally police forces don't charge people.
Right.
So
they can make recommendations to the prosecutor.
And I get that. And the prosecutor pretty quickly came out and said, well, we'll go ahead and follow that recommendation and close the case.
But there's a lot of people saying that it's not over yet, that things can happen.
Yeah, of course. So
immediately, Trey Gowdy has some committee meetings with James Comey, the FBI director.
Yep.
You want to hear some of those questions?
Yeah, that's fine. So this was today, actually.
Was it?
I assume.
It was today. All right.
Good morning, Director Comey. Secretary Clinton said she never sent or received any classified information over her private email. Was that true?
Our investigation found that there was classified information sent.
So it was not true?
Right. That's what I said.
Okay. Well, I'm looking for a little shorter answer, so you and I are not here quite as long. Secretary Clinton said there was nothing marked classified on her emails, either sent or received. Was that true?
That's not true. There were a small number of portion markings on, I think, 3 of the documents.
Secretary Clinton said I did not email any classified material to anyone on my email. There is no classified material. Was that true?
There was classified material emailed.
Secretary Clinton said she used just one device. Was that true?
She used multiple devices during the 4 years of her term as Secretary of State.
Secretary Clinton said all work-related emails were returned to the State Department. Was that true?
No, we found work-related emails, thousands, that were not returned.
Secretary Clinton said neither she nor anyone else deleted work-related emails from her personal account. Was that true?
That's a harder one to answer. We found traces of work-related emails on devices or in Slack space, whether they were deleted or whether when a server was changed out, something happened to them. There's no doubt that there were work-related emails that were removed electronically from the email system.
Secretary Clinton said her lawyers read every one of the emails and were overly inclusive. Did her lawyers read the email content individually?
No.
Well, in the interest of time, and because I have a plane to catch tomorrow afternoon, I'm not going to go through any more of the false statements, but I am going to ask you to put on your old hat.
I love that.
Yeah, that's...
He's
like a plane to catch tomorrow.
We could be here for a long time.